So you're probably wondering where we've been the last couple of weeks, and you're probably going to watch this video and have a couple questions. Completely understandable. Come join me on a live stream this Sunday. We'll try to get everything explained for you, but just know that what you see is temporary. Temporary. Let's get on with the video. That was the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and a L to the things that we don't. Shout out to Chillmonger for being on the show today. It's on you.
Starting with George Lucas. George Lucas is still alive, creator of Star Wars. We got to give him respect for that. Next Lifetime Achievement job goes to James Earl Jones. Every time this man is trending, I look over to the side and I hope, oh no, this isn't it. But no, the 82-year-old, still 92-year-old, I think, still with us. Do you remember when Betty White died? And she had that magazine that came out, and it was like, Betty White can't make it till 100, and she just didn't make it.
A couple days before her birthday. So salty. She definitely deserves to see 100.
I'm going to give her a posthumous dub.
All right.
William Shatner absolutely has to get the dub for that.
Because he's Canadian.
Bob Cousy from the Boston Celtics gets a W because you know what? Even when J.J. Redick was going after him for the, oh, you played against plumbers, he came back, did a little interview. Guys, he said that, I don't care if the athletes of today are better. The drive that I have, I can compete against Stephen Curry and them.
Oh, big words. Pretty sure Marcus would be
95-year-old.
You say a Celtic getting a dub, but, whatever.
W to the Los Angeles Lakers for winning the first inaugural NBA Cup. See? Balanced it out.
Gross.
Michigan Wolverines. Hooray.
No. I'm kicking you off. It's over. We're done.
I'm not even done. No, you'll like the next one. We go to Destiny's Child for a Lifetime Achievement Dub. What's going on? She's not old. All three of these women have made it without doing what they said they wouldn't do in Survivor. I swear I won't diss you on the internet. Nope, not once. I don't remember seeing it. And I just saw a photo of Kelly Rowland and Beyonce together. We have to recognize that.
That's a fact. It's LaToya and LaTavia. Neither one of them have even dissed Beyonce or Kelly. They'd have a bad time dissing Beyonce, but no, there's been no beef.
I think Beyonce's dad is probably the most toxic or the most hated amongst that whole crew.
Agreed.
Lifetime Achievement dub to JJ. Little JJ.
From Nickelodeon.
Not Nickelodeon, not just Jordan. Little JJ from New Orleans. This is a guy who was younger when I first was introduced to him. He had like a rare liver disease and things were looking grim. He is in every New Orleans Saints package. He's always, whenever WrestleMania is in town, he's always there. Little JJ still with us. Lifetime Achievement dub.
Fair enough.
Charlie Sheen. Enough said.
Yeah, fair enough. Winning.
Magic Johnson.
All right,
winning.
I see what you're doing. That's enough Lifetime Achievement awards.
And those are my Lifetime Achievement dubs. Did you have a problem with my Charlie Sheen pick?
No,
don't worry, because the next segment,
he's winning.
You're going to chapter this video, Canadian L. So let's begin. First
God.
of all, L to Montreal. There's a new law where they will fine people over $1,000 for smelling bad in public areas.
Over $1,000. I mean,
because the libraries have been known for being public havens for the homeless. That's what this is. It's a targeted attack against them. Okay? It's not going to be enforced on anyone else but them. Big L. You can't.
There's some people who smell bad that aren't homeless too.
Realistically, you're right. That's true, and other people smell bad. But the reason that this was enforced, or rather introduced, was the library issue.
Why not just outlaw loitering or fine them for loitering in the library? I feel like that's easier to do than just because you smell bad.
You smell bad, and it's affecting the customer base, the patrons.
That's crazy.
L. Eglinton Construction. Enough said. Those who live here understand it. That place has been on construction over 10 years, and they'll never give us a deadline on when they'll finish, and they make mistakes all the time, and they don't tell us about it, and the city's paying for it. L. to the construction, the subway line that's going to run in the middle of the city from east to west. L.
Sounds like
Like
Ohio.
3 mayors ago. Yeah. L to the Brampton drivers. Those who get it, get it. They're notoriously bad drivers.
Not in Brampton. What about Mississauga?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, see, I
No,
know a little
Mississauga's
bit.
all right. They do better.
Okay, all right. Those are
We're
literally
gonna
the only
go
two suburbs I know.
Vaughn, Richmond Hill. Where's Ms. Marvel from? Where's Kamala Khan? Where's that actress from? Markham.
Markham. Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
she's just north of us.
I'm getting my Toronto education today.
You are. Another Toronto L is to Pusha T's victim because it has been 1,884 days.
Since he got washed on that song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
This is the same guy who went back to back. Well, it's been 1,884 back-to-back days without a response, sir.
Pusha T's supposed to be coming out with a new project soon too, so
He doesn't need to mention his victim because he already did and he already won that battle. The next one goes to the 49th parallel. I'm talking about a line of latitude. There are 2 points. There's a Roberts Point out west, and there's the Angle Inlet, which is do you know about that one? It's right. It's a part of Michigan. It's right north of the 49th parallel line. And because of that, and because of this poorly written deed, that's part of America, and it shouldn't be. It is part of America, but it's on our sort of land, and to get American mail, to get American like supplies and stuff, it just makes the world complicated. Canada take that out, works up out, negotiate it. Half the people have Canadian citizenship and are residents of both places. We can easily just help those 2 communities and become part of Canada and stop
no
oppressing
way.
them.
It's
Honestly,
American.
it's crazy oppression. Go look at the Angle Inlet specifically, more so than the one in BC, but the one happening in Manitoba, Ontario, Michigan, like where they intercross right there. It's just a little chunk of America right there. It's crazy stupid.
Yeah, it's America.
Big W to a dude in Minnesota. He's in jail right now. I don't know his name, but he gets that dub.
Oh, the guy, Derek Chauvin.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all
here
right,
you
all
go.
right, all right, okay, all right.
I want to give a W to Marcus. You don't need to dedicate all that time to us viewers. As much as I love the W's and L's every week, we're not as important as you, your family, and your health. A W to the Mr. Beast. In Zambia, this man just put up lights. He lit up a whole city. We remember what he did with the wells, where he got 100 different wells in parts of Africa, took care of them. I remember when he did one for Cameroon, and that was okay, but now this guy's putting up wells, making bridges so that people's daily commutes can be from school and back home can be solved. He's doing things, and at the end of his videos, he always says something like, I can't believe that it's a YouTuber doing this. I know it's silly, but that's the world that we live in. And I hate when I see people trying to say, he's just doing this for money. What does he do with his money, dumbass? It's not evil to use your money that way. If you're gaining money, grossing money, just to use it to help other people while you're making entertainment, while you're encouraging young people who are watching you on your shorts and your TikToks, and especially on your YouTube. I don't ever watch a Mr. Beast video and skip an ad because I know where that money goes.
It's a little unnecessary. It's like you can clearly see what his money goes to because he spends it on literally all of the videos that he makes. Like he sends out cash prizes or gives out different gifts more than Oprah, damn near. So I mean, you see where the money
Way
goes.
more than Oprah. What's Oprah known for? You get a car, you get a car. Hey, that's pollution. So who does that help? Honestly, what Mr. Beast does helps more people, and it's a basic fundamental need, as opposed to what Oprah would do without disrespecting her.
Sure.
Mr. Beast is way more better, I'm saying.
Yeah.
And when you look at his peers, when they do that big soccer match that they have every year in England, right? All the other guys there, Kai Cenat, Kai Cenat should get an L because of that prison stream, right? Like that's a little
I
bit.
agree. That was
I don't like how RDC World did it, also joined them. You know that they should have known
RDC
better.
joined them. I didn't see that.
Yeah, RDC World, they were all up in orange, and he came up to the prison set, and they got their own manga. They've got a whole lot of positivity, so I guess they've bought themselves a little bit of a shield from anything. But there's different levels of influencers right now who are in that soccer match that Mr. Beast participates in, with the Sidemen versus what's the other, the Beta Squad. Nico Omalana, all those dudes. There's a community that's growing there, and we got to recognize that. I would say it's spearheaded by Mr. Beast, but it feels like they're all a bunch of independents.
Yeah.
A W to Android. See all that green bubble, blue bubble stuff. Android and Apple are going to be able to have a connection. There's something called RCS, Rich Communication Services. It's not SMS, it's RCS, but it will allow for videos to be sent in group chats and everyone will get it. You remember when you text someone who has an Android, who has an Apple, and it'll say like, this person just likes your message, but it will come out as a text message because they just don't have a way to show that. Or this person sent this emoji. Now, with RCS and with Apple going to adapt and start using that, it feels like the differences between the two companies is blending. I think the Europeans are who we have to give this applaud to. They made it so also that the phone jack,
cord,
for
yeah.
the
Charger
the
cord.
cord is no longer going to be that weird one. It's going to be USB Type C. Now Apple's still going to try something that says like it won't charge just as fast unless you have the Apple USB-C. But regardless, that's how they've been. Remember that class action lawsuit that they lost?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't update once you update your phone, they'll make it perform a lot worse to make you want to get the new Apple iPhone.
So true.
So is this a W or an L? It's a W for Android for holding out and for winning this battle.
Well, I do like the fact that the videos will look the same, and obviously like the emojis and stuff like that. That's great and all, but from what I've heard, is that there's still going to be green bubbles and blue bubbles. So, gonna have to figure that one out, I guess.
To the people who that matters to, does it matter to you?
Absolutely. If you're an
Fine,
iPhone
explain that
user,
one to me.
if you're an iPhone user, it just matters. Now, it might matter a little less or a little bit more for some. Like my niece probably thinks green bubbles are the worst thing in the world, right? I don't think that. But you feel a way when you see a green bubble, that's all. Like, okay.
I mean, okay, sure. My final L goes to DeMar DeRozan, who's got somewhat of a reputation for being angry every single time. It's the end of the game. He's on the court, and the other team is winning, but they try to score a basket. Hey, that's disrespectful to the flow of the game. Stop it. You are a starter. You are a quality player. If you're still playing, then this game is not over. Stop fussing about it. One time, last week, I guess by now, there was an NBA Cup qualifying game where, of course, you need to score a certain amount of points as well as getting the W.
Mm-hmm.
So the team that he was playing against was still playing, and he got mad again. He has a reputation of. I remember that story that Jeff Teague was telling. Who you guys gave an L. I hope you resend that L. Jeff Teague is a phenomenal storyteller, and I've laughed so much at Jeff Teague. I don't care about how he prefers money over the championship. Jeff Teague gets a W.
I've watched some of Jeff Teague's stuff since then, and I like it, but I can't say the same for Marcus. I don't know if he's.
So you need both of you guys to resend an L. What about the L you gave to your dad that time?
Technically, he gave the L, so I didn't give the L, but I kind of agreed on some of the stuff.
Okay, well, as the sitting-in co-host, as Marcus Incarnate, Jeff Teague, we take that L back from you. We give it to DeMar DeRozan for not understanding the complete rules of the NBA Cup. How do you feel about the NBA Cup, by the way? It's over now, but did you like it?
No.
Did you like the court and how colorful they made it?
I hated that, first of all, but then second of all, I just feel like it's a push for more money, right? It's more advertising. It's more all that stuff. I don't know.
I think that I like it though. I like the idea of it, the creativity of it. They all were awarded medals, remember, at the ceremony, and that's cool. And then the kids were sticking around and they wanted to talk to LeBron still for a little longer. But the medals make it different. Maybe they should also get cloaks so that they can show up to away games wearing their cloaks and like they should wear cloaks like the Akatsuki. They should have cloaks. You should white cloaks or go.
I saw LeBron popping bottles like it was the finals. I'm just like, bro, you have a game in 2 days to play. Like, it's not.
And then the day after, he was watching his son, who just made his debut at USC.
Yeah, so like, this isn't that big of a deal. I know you don't think that, or not you. You probably do, but I know LeBron doesn't think that.
They had to celebrate it though. They were probably like forced to celebrate it. They didn't even know that the back room would have all the plastic up and champagne bottles. They're like, we're here. I guess we celebrate.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that at all.
You know what? I saw Anthony Davis' face, and he was like, "Urgh." So he felt like it was a big game. He was unless it's a playoff game.
I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
It's something to win, I guess. I feel like you gave that L to DeMar DeRozan just because he's not playing for Toronto anymore.
Actually, as a guy who was mad with the trade, I always supported DeMar. And I was, even when the championship happened, I go, this would have been sweeter if we had our original team.
Fair. True that.
I give it L to DeMar's daughter. Remember what she did at the play-in game when she was screeching every time Pascal was at the free throw line? Yeah, that was funny.
It was funny. Is that everything for you? It's my go?
That's all the dubs and L's.
All right, cool. I'm gonna start off with my dubs. So I'm gonna give a dub to you, Chillmonger. It would seem that you have definitely found something to make the algorithm smile with the Jonathan Majors cases. So if you are looking for information daily for Jonathan Majors, make sure you go to Chillmonger's channel because it's a great watch. It's a great watch every day. Sometimes you post multiple videos. And then obviously I also watch Mark Nicholson. I believe you two are the two GOATs right now as it pertains to that court case. So make sure you go watch them.
There's 2 videos I would tell you to go to. The Day 5 live recap where I was talking for like 2 hours with Danny, who was sitting in the gallery, and she's not a member of media. She's just like a paralegal who loves the law and loves Jonathan Majors. But she was reporting things that weren't being reported, specifically that she, the girlfriend of Jonathan Majors, Stephanie McMahon, she was the one who snatched the phone first. She also hit him also. She was getting out the car chasing Jonathan. Well, actually 3 times. He's trying to get her back in the car, and she's still getting up and popping up, which is proof she's not afraid. She was reporting these things in a video of Jonathan running. She was chasing him, not for 2 blocks or 3 blocks, for 5 blocks. Danny did that, and then she did another video over the weekend that you should see. That is, it's not a live stream, it's just a video for an hour and a half.
Got you. Yeah, make sure you check that one out for him. All right, giving 2 video game dubs. First one, they're coming out with a Blade video game. And they kind of showed a little bit of a trailer. It didn't show any gameplay or anything like that, but just the trailer got me hype a little bit. Like it's just him in a barbershop. The guy's got a blade. He's giving him a shave, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta get ready." Pulls out the sword. I'm ready for it. If it's anything like the Spider-Man series, I'm ready for it. I want to play it right now.
We know who the developer would be.
Is it Insomniac?
Insomniac is doing the Wolverine game. They might have their hands tied. And they did a similar opening trailer where Wolverine just was taking a drink at the bar, and we saw his snicks.
Done by Activision.
That's fine, too.
Yeah. I don't know. It looked good. That's all I know. In other video game news, and much more popular video game news, the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer came out. It was great. Everything looked amazing. The story looks good. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde adventure. And then I saw coming 2025, and it just ruined everything for me. I want it now. 2024 at the very least. 2025?
Is it January? January of 25?
I know it's not going to be. It's going to be at the very least March, April 2025. I don't think it's going to be January.
Can I break your heart further? I hope they delay it more. It's a game we're going to be sitting on for the next 10 years, evidently based on a long wait between 6 and 5, right?
Maybe even more because the map is larger. The map is like double the GTA 5 map.
As a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet player, you don't want a rushed game just to make it for the holiday release schedule. You want them to delay it just to perfect it all.
I mean, every game that they've come out with, I don't think has been too bad. Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption 2. Usually at launch, it's pretty good compared to some other video games, which shall remain
So
nameless.
when you hear a delay, don't ever feel that way. Feel more so like, good. It's because new Rockstars, I said new Rockstars. It's because Rockstar have a reputation that they're trying to uphold, and they will because it's been delayed. So thankfully, we're not going to get a game where there's mad bugs.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that, but I'm impatient and I want it now. So I'm an American. I need it now.
It has been 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. On to my L's. I don't know if you heard of this story. You might have heard of it. It's been going around quite a bit. There is a gentleman who is a huge fan of rapper / thirst trap model Ruby Rose. Are you aware of the name at all? Okay. So there's a female rapper by the name of Ruby Rose who is, again, a huge thirst trap on Twitter, Instagram, and she has an OnlyFans, like most other female rappers do. And so there's a gentleman who spent upwards to, I think it was at the time 62K in 1 month on her OnlyFans. It has now grown to like 90,000 on her OnlyFans, apparently.
Oh.
She ran into him. So she says. She's like, oh my gosh, I just ran into like my number one OnlyFans fan or whatever. And I'm just like, you didn't run into him. I think he's looking for a return on investment, ma'am. I think you need to run away from this man. Like, that seems like some creepy stalkerish shit.
Well, what was the video? Was the video like she pulled out her phone?
It was just a picture. It was just a picture.
Oh, she took a photo.
She took a picture with him, and she seemed like uncomfortable. Like she didn't have her arm around him or anything like that. Like she kind of seemed like, yay, here he is.
That's crazy. That's like I still want to gain the benefits of this fan, but I'm also terrified, and I'm gonna do things to make sure my location isn't known.
Mm-hmm.
I'll post this publicly. I'll let the comment section do my defending for me, but I'm still beginning that OnlyFans money because he's my biggest. He changes my life. What do you do?
Now,
I think no, she's got to commit, man. She's got to give him a live performance of some sort.
Well, the worst part about it is apparently she gave him her number, and then he started sending a bunch of crazy stalkerish texts, which we all knew was going to happen. So it kind of broke down in a couple of days. But like the first day we see the picture, we're all like, oh, he looks like some kind of stalker dude. The next day we start seeing, oh, he sent her texts, and it's like this long ass thread of him sending her texts and her not responding. But it's just like, oh, I sent you all this money, da 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 da. I want you to be my queen, blah 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 blah. Like yeah, like it's some weird shit.
Put in a tough position because on the spot, there's no wrong thing she can do on the spot. Okay.
Sure.
But if once she's far away, she needs. Listen, the phone number thing, I understand. Give your phone number, change the number. Create a fake number. Tell him this is your phone number, and whatever. He's sending you thousands. You can you can pay a little phone bill for a month. That's what, $20, $30, depending on what phone. That's cool. She does have to break it to him though. Has she though? Is the relationship reported, and is she fine?
She seems to be fine. I don't know if she said anything to him. I don't think she ever responded or anything like that. But she obviously made those texts public in a way that kind of made him seem a little off, a little creepy. So,
yeah, but if he's off and he's creepy, he's not going to read the comments and be like, oh, maybe I need to tone it down. He's a little bit chemically imbalanced.
I would agree. So, I don't know. I guess
Ruby Rose. Yeah, you got a subscriber out of me.
That's crazy. All right. So there's been a war going on Twitter, a very small war, but I don't know if you've seen any of the back and forth at all. But there seems to be a slight war. T'Challa versus Batman. Who would win in a fight between T'Challa and Batman? I think it's honestly the most preposterous thing I've ever heard because very clearly T'Challa has all the resources to beat Mr. White Privilege's ass all across Wakanda. But maybe I'm wrong. So I wanted to bring this forth to see if maybe I'm wrong, especially since you have a little bit more comic knowledge than I would.
Yes, let's open up these books over here. So, first of all, what I noticed is you've been so scorned by the killing of the character in the movie. You don't even refer to him as Black Panther anymore. You said Black Panther. You said T'Challa. Not against Bruce Wayne, but Batman. So Batman still gets his nickname, but we're over here trying to make sure that we're talking about the Black Panther. So that's noticed. The movie would be called Batman versus Black Panther. It would not be called Black Panther versus Batman. Read into that how you may. We'll just make more money if it is.
Nope, that's fair.
If it's a fight between the two, Batman has a nickname called World's Greatest Detective, and Black Panther doesn't. Well, the resources that T'Challa has are great. But like, what makes a vibranium claw better than a steel claw or some other metal, right? Once you're getting into fighting, the scratch is the scratch, right? So I don't think that it matters that much that his suit is made of vibranium, as much as what's Batman's suit made out of? Kevlar?
That's a good question.
If we got the hands, because T'Challa is enhanced, his strength, his durability and stuff, it should go to T'Challa. But as they say, with prep time, and Batman is legendary for this, if there's enough prep time, it goes to Batman, which is a cop-out answer. At some point I'm saying T'Challa, at some point I'm saying Bruce Wayne Batman. I know.
I mean, I guess
but that's my answer.
Not killed Superman. He beat Superman with kryptonite because he was given time to prep But I think if we're just talking a street fight, they just run up on each other and what's up? What's up?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
T'Challa clearly has it. Hand to hand combat.
Mm.
I don't care about no
T-shirt
Ra's
and
al Ghul.
jeans.
You learn from
It goes
Ra's al
to the
Ghul.
Black Panther.
I learned from my ancestors. What's up?
If it was a fight on the waterfall where you're depowered, who you got?
T'Challa.
Killmonger took care of him.
He did. He did. I got T'Challa.
See, if Batman was motivated, it would be just like Killmonger. Batman would win.
All right. My last L is going to, again, we have to talk about a little bit, at least, about the case. Is going to the fact that the Jonathan Majors text came out, and it just seems like everybody on Twitter is focusing more so on that than literally every other piece of evidence that we have in the case. Like, everything should be going Jonathan Majors' way in this trial, but because of the court of public opinion, it doesn't seem to be going that way.
He told them, don't say anything about your head injury. If you say, even if you lie, it's going to lead to an investigation. They're going to ask about me, and that makes it sound like, it appears like he's responsible for his head injury. She was asked earlier in the trial, has Jonathan, before March 25th, ever done something to you, violent or assaulted you? And she said no to that. If we can couple that, there's probably like a really embarrassing story that happened on that day in September where those texts took place. But they just don't want to be known publicly. That's also why when the prosecutor was asking Stephanie about the text messages, she's over here like, she didn't answer what it was. Prosecutor never asked her, so then what did you injure your head doing? Were you guys getting it on? Things got a little bit too hot and heavy. Was there something illegal that was going on? Where and we don't want Jonathan's drug usage, potentially, allegedly, if he does have it, to be spoken right when his mom, who's a pastor, is sitting right behind them, right? There's things that never came out, but because she read the text, they actually told her, can you read the text messages? And she started crying. She couldn't even finish it, and the ADA, Kelly Galloway, started finishing reading it. Because she cried, if you're a jury or if you have no context, which I just provided, you're going to think that's because Jonathan did something to her. But he did not. She said he didn't when this case began.
Yeah.
When the trial began. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous because it just seems like a lot of people aren't paying attention to the trial at all, and then they get this little nugget from it, and they think this is the whole trial, and it's not even close. Not even close.
Yeah. The cop, Officer Swain, said that I saw my sergeant reaching over and miming and mimicking to the woman, hey, say that it was a strangulation. That's on the video. The cop says that's what happened. We saw it in court, and that's being underreported. Remember, he was initially arrested over some sort of bogus strangulation charge, and that's now confirmed.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, it's definitely a shame of what they're doing to Jonathan Majors, but, we got a whole another probably week at least of witnesses, and then we've got quite a bit to go after that. So, obviously, like I said before, we're looking forward to see, what happens. If you need more information on the Jonathan Majors trial, again, I suggest you go to Chillmonger's channel. Any other dubs, any other L's, anything like that?
No, man. But shout out to Officer Brendan Swain. Everyone that he works with is going to turn their backs on him. Like, it's not good.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Especially when you're trying to get somebody like this at the top. That's bad. That's terrible. But, oh well. On that note, we are out. Make sure you guys, like I said, subscribe to both our channel, Back of the Bus. Make sure you subscribe over to Chill. And we are out. Peace.